Right here? You want me to sit right here? How's the fit? My name is Bosco from The Foreign Body.
And I am Solomon. And I am not from The Foreign Body.
What?
From Maryland.
Oh.
No, yeah. I am Solomon. And I'm a The Foreign Body member as well.
Musician, entrepreneur, sepia tone addict,
CPR certified.
CPR certified, HVAC certified, bartender.
Registered pervert.
What? I'm from Los Angeles, California, born and raised, center of Babylon.
I was born in Maryland and I lived there till I was like, I think 20 or something like that. And then moved to LA and lived there for like 7 years. So that's where I met him.
My parents, they brought me up on some good old-fashioned classic rock. Lots of Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, and then somewhere down the line, teenage years, I got into the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I grew up on a lot of shitty like garage punk, a lot of rap, some gospel. I enjoy some good gospel music, fucking jazz music.
Jazz?
Love jazz. I'm always playing jazz.
I never heard him play one jazz song in my life.
So name for the band was because we were struggling to come up with a name before anything was like really taken seriously, and he had this fucking terrible list of names of Dog Jealousy and
Bark Chocolate,
a lot of different really good and creative names, but just they didn't feel like they were the thing. And then one day I was at his uncle's house or aunt's house, right?
Aunt and uncle's.
I was playing Cyberpunk, and as I was in one of the elevators, I look on the wall and I see there's a poster and it says Foreign Body, and I was like, oh, I like that.
The only good thing that came out of that video game.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he insisted, actually, which turned out to be very detrimental, but he insisted on a the. He was like, we have to have a the in the band. It needs to be The Foreign Body. And I was like, bro, I thought no at first, but then I was like, you know what, actually. And then it turns out there's already a band called Foreign Body from like the 70s or something. Made it
I was gonna call it The Foreign Body anyways.
Right, so it just made sense to add the and hence the. So that is how we got our name.
I would describe it gothic, psyop, schizo, trance, dark energy, neo-crooning, ellipsis, sex music. Heartbreak sex music.
That's actually, I think he covered it all. I don't even know if I have any words for it. I would just say punk, some type of rap influence, and a little gothic intervention.
It's good fusion.
Shitty music, just terrible, all around bad
that's
stuff.
the best way to describe the genre. It's shitty music. Yeah. I picked up the guitar like at the age of 13, and I was just, you know, learning how to play guitar, trying to get a band going and shit. But life had its means of circumstances to deter me from fulfilling that need. And then at one point I started recording myself with like GarageBand or whatever, just trying to learn how to record. So for the last 10 years I've just been trying to learn how to do these things. Finally met Solomon, and yeah, that's when things really started going good. At the age of 29 or 28 is when we started working together.
For me, I kind of always been into music. Like I remember I wrote like my first song in kindergarten. I don't know if it actually was words, but I tried for sure. I actually started taking it seriously when I was in high school because I did a little concert for the school, and it was kind of just like a play I wrote, but it turned out to, within the play I did a rap performance and wrote a song, and I actually wrote like a bunch of songs for everybody else to rap, and it turned out to be really cool. As I was performing, I was like, man, this is fun. So I kind of just kept going, and I knew how to play guitar I learned how to play guitar at like 7th grade and stopped playing around 9th. And I kind of always could play different instruments, but never be like super good. So yeah, kind of been doing this for a long time.
That's what it takes.
So we had a friend who was originally in the band, but he didn't really want to be in it after a while. He just didn't work out, wasn't his type of music. But we had a friend who I had hit him up because I was going through some things. So I hit him up and I ended up, coming over and hanging out. And I had known Bosco for a little bit, but I didn't know him. All I knew was,
I think the first time I met you,
was in Vegas.
It might have been Koreatown.
Or that, yeah. So we had run-ins because he was with Duncan, who was my friend and his friend, but we weren't friends.
Right.
And then once I hit him up to meet up with them, I ended up just crashing at Bosco's, and the rest is history. And that was around 2021 and 2020, around that time.
In the midst of pure chaos.
Yeah. We linked up, and he had a style of music that I actually didn't even know he made music. I knew he played guitar, and I knew he helped out with all the music that was going on and on that side of things, but I didn't know he made music. So he showed me his music, and I was like, man, you got a cool sound. And I kind of was just like, I kind of had like a little vision of what we could do at that moment, but I didn't know if he would want to. So.
And I was desperate to make music with anybody.
Yeah. So I kind of was like, hey, would you like to form a crew?
Little ensemble.
And so yeah, we started making music. At first it was just him singing on it, and I would produce the beats and he would do some guitar, and we'd just go back and forth making guitar, and then after a while I started singing, and then we started to take it seriously, and that was Bank Angle we made for that first project.
Yeah.
And then after that, the rest is history. We came back together, made Backstabber.
I like Heffy's cool. I like Emil and the Sniffers is cool. And
I disagree with this question. The new is hard. There's so much new stuff. Like, I could say top 3 old bands, but I couldn't say new.
Yeah, same here.
Like, if I were to say new, I'd have to list like a ton of people. I couldn't just do 3. I'll say old. I'll do old. I like classic, like up to Blink-182 is like my favorite band ever, but like up to Dude Ranch. I'm not really the biggest fan of like Enema of the State and Beyond, but up to Dude Ranch, Cheshire Cat, Flashwater, and all that I used to really enjoy. And Sum 41 was another big favorite. I really enjoyed Reagan Youth and Minor Threat were also really good back in the day for me. So yeah, those are my top 4 old bands. Oh, and the Adolescents, sorry.
Adolescents, very good band.
Yes. It sucks.
He's a dick.
Yeah. Bosco is the worst person to work with.
This is not gonna work. It's a miracle we're even still doing this.
Pretty much. It's a fucked situation, but
there's a lot of ego.
A lot of ego, a lot of arguing, a lot of fights and sleepless nights and crying ourselves to sleep. But it's worth it in the end.
Is it?
I like macaroni and cheese a lot.
I'm a big fan of gruel. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm super into like right now in particular. I really like pickles and sardines and crackers with vodka. If I have money, maybe some cheese. Some good cheese on the side. A good means of relaxation for me is when I have nothing to do. Take a little puffski of that cannabis sativa variety, and I'll enjoy a nice movie, a nice classic flick, maybe some David Lynch or Stanley Kubrick.
I don't relax. My brain is always running.
There's no relaxing for this guy.
I do like a good trip to the spa though.
There you go. Can't get more relaxing than that.
Country.
Screamo.
Country music is the worst thing. It sucks.
There's some good country out there. There's no good screamo out there.
That's debatable.
Argue in the comment section.
Yeah, no, there's no good country music. It's all bad. I'm afraid of flying. I hate flying a lot. I used to have no problem with it, but then got in a plane and it almost went down, it felt like it. Everyone was screaming, a little traumatic experience, and that kind of ruined it for me. And that was like after like my was like my 100th flight. Like I was pretty deep in the game, but that fucked it up for me. So yeah, I hate flying.
I'm afraid of filming videos in the middle of the road. I'm also afraid of ghosts.
Really? You're afraid of ghosts?
Just haunted shit, dude. It's not
Really?
that bro.
I love haunted shit.
Big old scaredy cat for haunted locations. I grew up in a haunted house.
I would have never guessed you were afraid of haunted shit though. I thought you like, what?
I like to investigate it from a distance.
from the distance of a television.
Yeah.
Television
Or like maybe across the street or something. But to be in it, nah, that's terrifying.
Well, I'll admit, being by yourself in it is probably terrifying, but fucking, I don't mind when I'm in a group. It's hard to be scared when you're in a group. For me, it's always good to have the backing of your me-host.
I guess that can help a little bit, but they ain't stopping the ghosts from coming out.
Yeah, we can jump the ghosts though. We have numbers.
What's the worst thing people have said about
What
our music?
haven't they said?
There was some dude that was like, he's like, what is this rap rock? I'm like, what? That killed me to read that. Rap rock. Okay, what a synthesis. People have accused us of beat grabbing.
Oh yeah, I get really mad when people say, "Is this a sample?" Or like, where did you get this loop? I played it. The fuck?
In all honesty, nobody has said anything bad about our music. If that's the
We're
worst.
gonna cut that out. We're gonna cut that out.
It's perfect music. We never had a critique with our music.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah.
This question is from Homeless Hoonigan.
Cool name.
Cool name. What got us? Well, like I mentioned earlier, when I heard him play his music, I kind of was like, there was a style within what he was making that I felt like was something I could come in with, like my producing knowledge and kind of flip it a little bit, but take from what he already had and then go forward. So that's kind of what inspired it. But other than that, it's really just the feeling of like what we're going through at the time.
Yeah, which is not the happiest feelings in the world.
Yeah, well, and sometimes it's just easier to talk about the shitty things, but yeah, it's really just a cultivation of some music he made, some music I made, mix it together, dry hump.
Distorted guitar, fat beats,
Yep, and
good kick.
And then you throw in some lyrics about some heartbreak and everything you're going through, and
Yeah, it's like his intensity really shows in the music. There's like a natural drive that's really cool. And then I always enjoyed good lyrics and being clear lyrically speaking, so I put a little emphasis on that for what I can deliberate on. And then after that, I just like plucking away at the guitar. Just diddling the fiddlestick.
So thank you, Homeless Hoonigan, once again for your question.
Yes.
Jaden
asks, what software do we use?
Ableton. I love Ableton.
We're Ableheads.
I started using it. I was using Studio One for like 3 or 2 years, and then I noticed that like I was not making quality beats on there. It was just what I was used to because one of my old friends used it, so I bought it. So then I bought Ableton to try it out. I got a free trial actually, and I was like, if I can learn to use this software in a free trial and it's good, I'll buy it. And so yeah, I learned it. I loved it. I think it's the best software out there. But yeah, Ableton.
I was doing Logic Pro for the longest bit, and I was very comfortable with it. I liked it. It was awesome. But since we started working together, he convinced me to get on Ableton, and everything looked cool. I didn't have a gripe with it. I just didn't like how the controls for the tracks were on the right side. That was my only gripe. But after that small aesthetic adjustment, I finally got to really enjoy that software. So yeah, that's the software we use. That's Jaden's question.
Does your way of driving match the style of music you make? From Coulter.
Coulter Liphard.
Coulter Liphard.
Thank you for the question, Colt.
Me? Yes. Him?
Yes.
Oh.
I would say yes, but I'm not really flooring it. Sometimes, if I'm by myself. Yeah.
I love to drive. I'm a driver at heart.
Dude's got his RPMs clocked in at 7,000 idling. He's idling at 8,000 RPM. So yeah.
Thanks for the question. Do you guys come to California to perform? From Gabe. Yes.
Yes, Gabe.
I think that's our biggest audience right now. We'd love to. We're still trying to set up everything for like a tour and
we're still lost in the woods.
Yeah, we're still kind of lost in the woods. Still figuring life out. But as soon as it's available, we are going to definitely be performing in California
and everywhere.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
But first California. Especially
like Germany. We have a good amount of people in Germany that like us. So yeah, everyone who wants to see us hopefully can one day. That's our goal.
Yes. So to be really frank, we don't know when we will come to California to play, but hopefully soon.
Sorry, that's not the best answer we got right now, but we are hopeful. So yeah, thank you for your question. Everything. We asked
Maxiu says
everything. We asked everybody on Instagram like what are some questions you had, which is why we're doing this segment. He said, what do you want to know? And he said everything. So I was born in 1993, December 1st. It was a joke.
But before then, he was swimming in his father's sack. So that's really where everything comes from.
You ain't nothing but your daddy's cum, boy. How good are y'all at clapping cheeks since your music is so good?
Caleb Robinson. I don't want to. I mean, I would say it's fantastic. I would say so.
I'm terrible in bed. Oh man, I'm the worst.
He's like a serial killer in bed.
I'm like a serial killer, and then I pass out on top of them usually.
Just pass out and sweat.
Get a good nap in. I'm the worst. All right.
When's the next album by Mateo Goulet?
Oh, when's the next album? Next project is actually going to be dropping in February, which is going to be nice.
It's going to be a very, very nice album.
And it's going to be called Schizo Shit Show. And I think it's going to be quite the experience for some people, hopefully. We are finalizing the songs now. We got the artwork. It's just a matter of time and mixing. But yeah, that was a loud ass butt. Did you hear the echo?
Also from Mateo Goulet, he's asking, when are we doing a show?
Well, as we said, we're still trying to figure it out. Honestly,
sometime this year.
I would say the first show we're gonna do most likely is gonna be on the East Coast.
Yeah, East Coast show.
Sadly, we would love to go out to California if the opportunity arises. We are, but I think the first show we're gonna throw is gonna be in either Maryland or DC.
We're banned at DC, so maybe you can catch us at the boardwalk.
At the wharf.
At the wharf.
Meet us at the wharf.
We'll be performing for a live show of manatees.
So that's a bit about us. We make music pretty good, or so people say.
We make sex good, we make music good.
We make driving fun, apparently.
We make sexy, driving, fun clap music.
Yeah, it's kind of wild how the car community really enjoys our stuff.
Big shout out to the car community. If it wasn't for the car community, we wouldn't be here.
So that's very nice of them.
Yeah, and we're happy.
It's a cool community to be like involved in, because
especially the drifters.
Yeah, because I mean it's almost like somebody plays your music to take themselves to that next level. That kind of feels. I think that's a really good compliment. Like I'm at the gym, I need to lift the heaviest goddamn weights I've ever lifted. Okay, let me put this song on. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or like you're driving your car and you're like, as soon as this song plays, you want to fucking floor it or start spinning that wheel.
There's people there's some really cool, intense people, adrenaline-seeking people that have resonated with our music, and that's awesome.
Actually, somebody had a question on YouTube, but I think it got deleted. I don't know what happened to it, but they mentioned when are you gonna do shows and how can we help you do that? And
really,
the best way anyone can support us is just spread the word. You know, just show your friends. If you can buy merch. That's always cool. Support how you can. You know, if you love the music, just stream it, or if you can, buy it as much as you want. But you know, whatever you know, if you like it, that's all I can ask, really.
Let them know that we're at the cusp of a musical renaissance and we're leading the way. Tell them Bosco said that.
Yeah, tell them Bosco said that, not me. Thank you for the drifting community, and thank you to even the weightlifters, the skaters, the skiers,
the surfers, the drivers,
all you guys out there. You're really cool.
Fuck yeah.
And you made our lives mean a little bit more than they did. So that's pretty cool.
Is this over? Is the interview over? Like if you were to like have any animal as a pet?
Probably a squirrel.
That's feasible. I enjoy pangolins.
A what?
Pangolins. It's like a Chinese armadillo.
What?
Yeah. So sick.
It's not a penguin?
No, it's a pangolin.
Yeah, but it's not like a penguin?
No. It's an armadillo.
The fuck?
Yeah. That's cool. Penguins are cool too. But you gotta be somewhere cold for that.
No, man, they keep penguins in California. I went to a zoo in
the
California.
ice box.
No, it didn't even look cold in there. I went to a zoo in California and I just felt so bad. I was like, bro, bring these penguins home, bro.
Destroy all your local zoos. And SeaWorld.
Don't do that.
Don't destroy the animals.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to clarify, the zoo as an establishment.
Yeah. Yeah, the album's almost done. We got some music videos coming. We have this interview coming, and I mean, really just a lot of music, and that's pretty much all we can really do right now. So, if you're a fan of that,
Hey.
that's what we got for you. Started recording. It was in West Covina.
Shout out to West Covina.
And we used to just be out there till like 5 a.m. doing shrooms and
And just drinking seltzers.
Yeah, seltzers and shrooms.
Seltzers and shrooms
is what inspired the band.
the main driving force.
We did a whole lot of those and
It really helped tolerate each other.
smoked a lot and
A lot. Smoked a lot of swap meat cigarettes. Smoked a lot.
I would not recommend any of the things we just listed.
If you find yourself with a pack of denim brand cigarettes,
just know me and you connect on that level. We connect on that deep level if you smoke denim cigarettes. Yeah, so West Covina was cool. Recorded a lot of music, and that was kind of like how it started.
yeah, it was some of the worst times of my life, but that was like also the happiest time of my life, was finding this incredible potential with us working together. You know, it's like musically I've never worked with somebody as good as this guy over here, so it's an incredible feeling. You know, I just gotta get past his bullshit. Just realize
There's a lot of bullshit flying out of my ass. I'm just a bullshitter.
just steaming, squirting, blood-ridden bullshit.
Amen.
Bloody, squirty, dark, smelly bullshit.
So yeah, a lot of bloody bullshit. Covina was cool. Yep. And what else?
Covina was cool. Going to visit you in Florida was cool.
Oh yeah, that was how we made Backstabber.
That was, yeah. Backstabber was conceived in Florida.
Yeah, I was in Florida. He made a trip out, and I had my son with me, and we were just. That was like the first song we recorded after, because I hadn't seen him in like 6 or 7 months. Right?
Yeah.
It was a bit of time.
It was maybe like a year, dude.
Yeah, it was a bit of time, and then he came down, and he came down and visited, and we started making some guitar, and
we had a really we had a musical shift at that point,
right?
Because that was clearly a departure from the bank angle stuff, you know, and it was the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's hard to really tell like what inspired that, but I think after we did that, that was like a catalyst moment of like, oh, okay, we can make more like this.
It was fun.
Cause like when we made Bank Angle, I made a list of like all the songs, and we made like 40 something, and we ended up using 14. And
so
then
there's still a lot of
that,
Bank
but
Angle
like
material.
But like after we did that, it felt like it was time to try something else. Like I don't know, I didn't think that sound really had a future. As far as my opinion, he really enjoys the music. I think it's still pretty good, but I didn't think it was like
worth
continuing
developing more. Yeah.
So like it was like, all right, let's try something a little different, and then that was Backstabber, and then after that it was like, you know what,
let's keep this up.
Let's keep going in this direction. It kind of feels a little better and more natural, a little easier to understand when it comes to creating it. It's like kind of feels like it was meant to be. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's how the genre really came to be formalized, was Backstabber. And then the song blew up, which was pretty crazy, because we kind of felt like it was the way to go, and then that kind of told us it was the way to go. And
so this is the way we're going until we turn into complete corporate shill sellouts.
Yep.
As soon as a fat $2 million check comes through, and we're gonna be suckling on the teat of society.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite the ride. Yeah, that song was the catalyst for what we are. But
we're working on Backstabber too.
If you ask everybody else, we've made Backstabber 49. We're like, every song is Backstabber. Somebody commented on when Fat Mouth was first coming out, and they were like, okay, we get it. You don't have to make every song like Backstabber.
Oh my god.
Because Fat Mouth does have like a similar riff and a similar drive, where it's like, you said the last time, and then you stabbed me in my back. Like, I get it, but what the fuck do you expect? Like, people drop a song, and then you got thousands of artists copying that one person. Why can't I copy myself?
Yeah.
Why can't we copy what the fuck we're doing? You fuck.
Yeah, you fuck. Piece of shit.
So yeah, it's a process of just like there's a lane, and we stay in it.
We just go as fast as possible.
As fast as possible in the lane. Yeah. So that's how it's done.
Yep. And now we're at an undisclosed location somewhere in the woods of America, North America.